Hello everyone, if you haven't already, go ahead check out Lab 3 and download the file that I have listed there for you. That's going to be Lab 3 underscore your name. When you download, you open, make sure you rename it. I'm gonna rename mine. If you don't know where to find it, here is the place. Let me share the browser. Yep. Not this part. Okay. On module 1, scroll down and go to Lab 3. Download the Excel worksheet. The first one is an example of a risk sheet from a real project in a real company. One of my colleagues has shared with me, and I was involved in that project. And the second one is your worksheet that you're going to work on. So risk assessment student version is your file. You're going to rename lab 3 underscore your name. Excuse me. The other one is an example that you can use to get an idea of what people put on their risk management plan. Let's get that file. Let's give everybody a few seconds, maybe a whole minute to get that file open. I'm gonna have my file open.
Were we going to finish Lab 2 in class? I thought we were going to.
We already finished lab 2.
Oh, okay.
There was no part of lab 2 that was left to be finished. We can talk at the end of the class if you're confused. I'm going to share lab 3. This is the file you have. And there is a guide. Remember, we talked about Tossler's risk classification, and there we had low, high for probability and low, high for impact. Here, the scale is 1 to 5, and this is somebody's scale. Here, there was a case study I used to talk about in class, and these are the numbers and what they mean. So 1, in terms of probability, it means rare. 2, unlikely. 3, possible. 4, likely. And 5, almost certain. Then we're coming to impact. 1 is insignificant, and again, this is the impact on your project outcomes. 2 is minor. 3 is moderate. 4 is major. And 5 is catastrophic. Then when you multiply the two numbers, probability by impact, if the number is 1 to 3, they're suggesting no action. If 4 to 6, monitor. So these are kitten or close to kitten risks. Then you have the 8 to 12 range. You want to take action. 15, urgent action. 16 to 25 are those that you really want to stop, like a tiger risk. So we go by this scale today, 1 to 5. This is the risk list. I asked you to share 6 GA1 related risks on this table. The first one, missing the first, I had first milestone or first meeting. What did I have? I changed it to first prototype. So this one I changed. I don't know what I had on your template.
On our template, it says missing first draft deadline.
Your first draft doesn't apply to your project. If the project was a report, it would apply. First prototype. Then I'm going to look at the example. Remember I told you we have an example in the other Excel worksheet. So you, like me, go ahead, see which one of them applies to us. I'm gonna pick hardware or equipment risk as the second one. You can follow me for the first 5 risks, but then I ask each one of you to come up with one unique risk. And this is a document, perhaps some of you are still catching up. This is the second Excel sheet I have shared with you, and that could help you think about some of possible risk. Did I share? Possible risks that could be meaningful for your project as well. Hardware equipment, failure during testing, production. I'm gonna give the first one probability a high because usually first prototype is hard to get out. Impact is also high. Oh, I have to close my email. All right, and then go back to my shared document. Okay, sorry about the noise that we had in the background. Failure during testing or production. And your assessment could be different from mine. So I'm going to say we have good equipment. There is a low probability, but the impact is high. I'm going to go put in a formula for a score. And then I'm going to say multiplication of probability and impact. The higher the score, the higher the priority of the risk. It would be closer to tiger. I'm going to drag the formula, make sure it applies to other cells. One more. So end users, or let's say end user testing not successful. These are for the later phases of the SDLC or your PLC. I would say the probability is moderate, impact is very high, and this, let's say 4, not. And this is the category would be social or user. Then let's see. Scope test would be scope change request above predicted threshold. So let's say you have imagined that you're going to get about 2 or 3 requests every few sprints, and the number is going higher than that. You think that probability based on your knowledge of the stakeholders, you think that is low, but the impact will be high. So I put 2, 4. Your assessment could be different from my assessment. So you're not bound to follow me on every single step here. I'm looking at the examples from the other projects and see which one of them applies to us. Let's say human resources risk. staff, sick leave, more frequent than planned. So you have predicted some sick leave and you have planned accordingly, but this goes higher than that. You give it a moderate probability, and impact would be, again, let's say it's moderate, you have a good plan. This is, so I have 5 listed. I asked you to come up with 6. And this same table and the risk heat map that we create from it will appear on your GA1 part 2. So you're working on your part as an individual member, and then all your team members have one version, and then when you get together to put a final version on your GA1 part 2, you can mix and match some of your ideas. So this is one area that I ask you to come up with your own idea. Do not repeat any of the previous risks. Come up with a new one. So your number 8 or one of your risks should be different from those of mine. Let's see, I'm gonna come up with something because I did one with the other class. I'm trying hard to make sure your list is unique, so when I'm grading, I can recognize who was in what section. So procurement risk, I'm gonna put here vendors, change, service level agreement. For some reason, maybe the company goes under a restructurization or they're acquired by another company, it impacts you. And I would say you think the probability is low, but the impact will be very high. So I have 6 risks. You are supposed to have 6 as well. And we're gonna come up with mitigation strategies. What would we do to mitigate? So this one is a schedule, it's 16. So 16 is to stop it. How do I stop this? Missing first prototype deadline. So I have to try hard to make sure this doesn't happen. Add buffer to the first prototype deadline. Usually 10 to 15% or 20 even people add. So if they think a project takes, let's say 10 weeks, they add 15% to add and ask for that much time. Yes.
Could you just show me the formula real quick on underscore?
Multiplication, yeah.
C3 times D3. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Mitigation strategy for hardware equipment. So this is 10. 10 is what? Action. We have to have action to deal with that. Failure during testing production. Backups of equipment or redundancy, plan redundancy. I don't know which one is a better. So let's say plan redundancy. Or test rigorously. Let's see if I rigorous before at earlier stages of SDLC. So a lot of things that happens in the project. If you know something is risky, you do it earlier during the project. Do it in the earlier iterations. That's something we can do. For user end user testing not successful. That is what 12, it's again action requires involve users and include their feedback. Involve users um, as the earlier iterations and use their feedbacks. A lot of this should be mitigated if you have the working software and you actually do incremental. Um, Development. Incremental deploys something and lets user use it. Scope. What is the number 8? 8 is still action, so we don't have a monitoring yet. Scope change request. Write a strong project charter. There is a scope section on your project charter. You can list things that you don't want to deliver under any condition, and implement a strict change request process or change management process. Because if they make requests, usually you ask them for reasons. They have to do cost benefit analysis. They have to justify how is it that the change is critical to the success of the project. So if the sponsors have to work hard to make the case for a proposed change, it usually discourages them because that needs some research, some extra hours, and if they haven't thought about the change deeply, they wouldn't do that request. So that's another action. Human resources staff sick leave more frequent than planned. Include part-time or on-call staff in the project. So you can add people to your project, not ask them to do work, but make sure they're up to speed with what's happening in the project. This is tricky because the time that they spend on understanding your project have to be compensated. But something you can do, part-time staff that with flexible hours that you can ask more work from if you need to. Vendors changes service level agreement, that's 5, that's monitoring. So communicate frequency with vendors and discover high possible changes in direction. Usually that doesn't happen overnight. So if their company is talking to other companies about a merger and acquisition, there must be some knowledge for you to discover. So work on that, monitor this. There is no action. This is just a very inexpensive work. I have my 6 with their probability, impact, and mitigation strategies or response. Now I'm going to minimize or zoom out a little bit. Select probability and impact, insert chart, insert a scatter plot. I'm going to bring my scatter plot here. If you're using Excel like me, you can follow the steps as I do them, or if you're on other platforms, try to your best. There is a plus sign to the top right of your chart box. You can click that or click this one on chart design. Add your axis or sorry, your access titles. So I want the two titles. Did I add? Yep. And the one at the bottom, the X is your improbability. Y is the impact. And just note that for Tussler's classification, this was flipped. Probability was Y, impact was X. And this is a risk heat map. Maybe I just put it over here so it's in the middle of the screen. No, just this. I don't like grids, but your choice if you want to keep the grid or not. I'm gonna uncheck grid lines. Right click format cells or format chart area. Fill, go to fill, gradient fill, type radial, direction, make sure the top right corner is red. And the colors I picked is red for the right side, green for the left, and yellow for the middle. Okay, good answering each other's questions. One other thing I want to do, and then I'll be done with the lab work. Go to your data labels here, or if you wanted to do it up here, data labels, more. And then for me, I have that option value from cells, so I can actually pick what I want to show, and I'm going to show the categories. If you don't have that, so you can just show X and Y, like X and Y, the two values, probability and impact. But I have the values from cell that I can use to show the categories only. So let me just increase, let's see if I can increase the font just like that. Yep, just a little bit. This is the heat map. Something like this would appear on your GA1 Part 2 risk management plan. This table and this one are part of the work required for a project charter. Okay, so this is what I did. Let's see what questions we have.
Could you go back to where you were coloring the chart?
Just, do you see the color options on the right? Format chart area, gradient fill, type radial. Do you see my screen, or you don't have those options?
Yes, we can see them.
You need 3 color markers. Pick the colors to show the urgency or the priority of the risk. So the red ones will be your tiger ones, the green your kitten. But for alligator and puppy, our map is flipped. So puppy is the bottom right and alligator is top left, because we have probability on X and impact on Y. Alligator and puppy switch places on our map. Okay, anybody wants me to repeat any of the steps before I start looking at your charts?
Yeah,
The only one I
stuck
can't
at
find
the
is how
moment.
do you name the points?
Are you on Windows?
Yes.
So
So
here,
like it says procurement on the procurement dot, for example.
yep. So go to chart design, add chart element. Do you see what I'm doing? Does it show up for you? Pick data labels.
Yeah, I can see it.
More data label options. And value from cells is an option. Select range, and I selected the range of a column. If you want to share your screen, I can see what you're seeing. Go ahead, share your screen. Who was that? Okay, go to add chart elements, data labels, more data label options, value from cells,
All of themselves.
and
Okay.
then yeah, you can pick category or you can pick risk. I picked categories just because they have less work. Uncheck why, yes. Okay, perfect. Let's
Okay.
look at yours, John. Which one is your own risk?
Cost. Oh, I
Cost.
guess it's on top of the other one.
The project is running
Yeah.
over budget. Find where monetary resources can be more efficiently utilized. So good. You have everything. You're done.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, who wants to go next? Who has issues?
I had an issue with the chart.
Go ahead,
in the
share.
beginning. All right. Can you see?
Give us a second. Okay, you have this. What's the issue?
I don't know. I got lost like as soon as he started doing it.
So you want me to repeat the steps?
I guess.
Okay. So you have the title. Let's see where we left. Let me share and start from where you want us to start. So here you have the risk heat map as the title. I just added.
I see the add chart element, but I'm not seeing that on mine. Like it stops after, like on the top columns, it stops after, like when I click on chart, it doesn't show what you show.
Do you have? Did you select the chart? You have to select the chart.
Yeah, the chart's selected.
Okay, then maybe I should look at yours. Go ahead, share yours. Maybe we should do it on your system.
All right, can you see?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is what I'm seeing.
Oh, okay. Chart elements, where are they?
I don't know.
It's in the browser version of Excel, so that might be the problem.
Yeah, but there are some of the options. So let me get control, because I had a few students working on Office 365. These are the access titles. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So add those. Then this is the grid line I just removed. I just did a few things. So add your titles, and I think for data labels, you don't have the option, or that's what we thought from the previous class. It seems that you don't get the option to show the values. Let's see. Yep. Marker options. Yeah, I don't remember that anybody could find that, but you could show X and Y. Let's see where that is. Data labels. Why do I not? Anybody else is working on 365? If you have discovered something, share with us. So the data label is disabled. I don't know here. That, okay, maybe I have to first pick that. That shows probability, I think. I want impact to X and Y. Who has done that? Let's see if we have. Did anyone catch naming on a data? That's a tricky part. So you have X right now showing on as labels. We want to add Y to. Go ahead, add the titles. And I think you can do the color too. I'm not 100% sure if that was possible. But if you
Are we able to submit and leave after we're checked?
did I just saw yours?
Yeah. Yes.
Yep, you can. Hey, Jack, play a little bit, add the things that you can add, and we'll see if we discover anything about 365. Okay, add your titles.
Me?
Is that you, Jack?
I'm Jake.
Jacob, I'm sorry. Yes.
There you go.
Go ahead, do a little bit of work, play with those formatting options. And if there are things that you don't have, then we have to see what we can accept. I think the labels don't work on 365 the way it works for the desktop version. Also, if you're using Google Sheets, I think the labels don't work the same way. Who wants to show, ask
Uh,
questions, or show the completed work?
I'll go.
Okay, I'll go after him.
Okay.
Go.
All right. Can you see this?
Yes.
The only thing I'm missing, I think, is the labels on the points.
Okay. Press on that plus sign, just that plus sign.
Oh, this. Okay.
That's the same thing. Data labels, more options. Select on text options. Go back to label options. Go back. Now you see value from cells, and then pick. If you want to show category or risk, it's up to you.
Oh, okay.
What was your risk that you added?
This technology one at the bottom.
Uncheck Y value. Okay, this one. Uncheck Y value. Okay. So you have that. So technical complexity is more than planned. More. Could you be more specific?
I don't know. Probably.
It's high. It's more than planned. Just two. Okay. Simplify technology when possible in earlier iterations. Huh. Can you simplify technology? Well,
I would think so.
simplify technology, or you would change your choice of technology. Well, you've tried.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything very good off the top of my head, but
You can always refer back to the projects you did in a class. There are so many things that you've already dealt with, but maybe not very explicitly thought of them as a risk, but you dealt with this, maybe an operating system updated, or the software you were using updated, and the old code didn't work with the new code. There are things that I'm sure in your course projects in the past has happened, but that's okay.
yeah, I'm sure if I thought about it a little more, I could come up with something better. Yeah.
Yeah, we want you to think about them. All right, done.
All right. Thanks.
Next. I don't know who is next, so you just share
That
your
would be me.
Are you gonna want to see mine again, or
Jacob.
yeah? Because
Yeah.
I've been trying to play with it, but I'm even having difficulty adding the.
No, there are things that you can add. So you can add title. That's easy. I showed you how. So add the title, and I think you cannot do the gradient, but you can color your map. So do what you can, and then show me maybe after two other students showed me their completed work. So hey, this is not the right color code. You have red color for puppy. That's not where it should be. So change your coloring.
Sorry, the bar's in the way. How do I do the changing of?
If you want to change it and come back into after I see two other students.
Okay.
So go ahead. Who wants to go next?
I can go.
Go ahead.
Anybody else wants to?
Cool. By the way, I asked your team members, you hadn't communicated with
Yeah,
them.
I just did that today before today's session today.
Great.
I had some things I needed to handle earlier, but I did end up getting them. I had them written down, so I was able to do that easily.
Great. Let's show your lab 3. Same thing. The color coding is not correct because the higher the the orange or whatever color, it means that the more serious they are.
All right.
What is your risk? Is budgeting more?
It's kind of like emergency fund. So if something came up where you need to spend more than was projected, it's unlikely for that to happen in the case of good planning. But if it does happen, it's going over budget when you weren't planning for it is not that great. So basically what I said was just a request for an increase in the budget, to just like a smaller increase in the budget to allot for if emergencies did happen, you were ready for it and you were able to handle those emergency costs.
Perfect. So go ahead. Can you change the coloring in less than 10 seconds?
Yes, I can.
You have 4 color markers. Remove one of them. You
Okay.
don't need all 4. So yeah, you have 5, I think now. You have 1 extra. Just remove that one too. So you only need 3. Or maybe.
I got rid of one extra one. Whoops.
So put red. Red should be the one on the right. Okay, you can change the color. See, there is a color bucket down there. You
Oh.
can change the color. Yeah, the one on the left should be white. White should be leftmost. Okay, move it to the left, and the one in the middle, I don't care any color. Okay, so on the radial, the type is radial.
Okay.
And then it should be that the top right corner is the heaviest, or okay, no, just leave that alone. Just leave it there. Go ahead, change the direction.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
All right.
Who is going to go next?
I can go next.
Go ahead.
Can you see it?
Yes, I have the same problem with the color coding.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at your. Just follow what I said a minute ago on your friend's example. Privacy, customer privacy is breached. Do lots of testing and extra precautions to prevent this. No, you change the type to radial. Type to radial. And then the direction should be the opposite. The direction, you were there up. Yeah, just click on the direction. Yeah, red should be the top right. That's your tiger. Yep. Okay, this looks better. Red is the highest priority. Green is the lowest priority, from kitten to tiger. Okay, done with this one. Next.
Thank you.
I think I called for afterbound a bit ago. One sec. All right, can you see it?
Nice job, Jonathan. Very nice job. You have the labels and the values. Hacking, a good example. Copy stored in many locations. Yes, backup plans. Very good job.
Okay.
Very good job.
Am I good to head out then?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Greg, are you ready?
I guess.
Go ahead. I don't want you to wait till last.
Can you see?
Yes, you don't have the colors yet.
I can't figure out the colors.
Are you on the web-based? So yes, web-based is hard. I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think I heard web-based doesn't have the color. And
I mean, I've tried every color in
yeah,
here.
Okay. Let me read your equipment. Computer internet failure. What I had the equipment failure. How is yours different from mine?
Oh, are we talking about hardware?
Okay.
Yeah, I thought mine was a little different, as in the equipment they use to create the
Sure. Okay.
thing.
Okay, I accept it.
And then I just gotta fix this one. It deleted it. I don't know why.
Sure. Okay, go ahead. Jacob K, you want to go ahead and share yours? It seems that the verdict is out, no coloring or label options. So you want to share yours?
I just did.
Oh, you were Jacob?
Yeah.
I thought you were Greg.
No,
I asked Greg to share. So you just cut the line?
I think you said my name.
Did I not?
Maybe not. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Next time, maybe listen. Greg, go ahead, share.
Okay. Can you see it?
Yes. Building, workplace, building burns down. Wow, that's a huge risk. Okay. How did you color code? Can you go down? Show me your coloring scheme.
I made it red. It goes more to the right because that's red is for worse.
But so it doesn't go from left to right. It goes diagonally. That's why we do the radial, because the risks are more important as they change the score, not changing X or Y. Right now you're saying that the one with more higher probability is more important. So you're gonna change that. You're gonna add the axis title as well. Okay, I'm gonna share. Let someone else share and they'll look at yours later. Who is next on the line? Ryan is somebody's work is ready. So exercise, what is the team experiences project? Has no experience with current project, review individual experience and past project history. Yeah, I see that. That's some minimal monitoring work. Done. Ryan S is done. Who is next on the list?
Thank you.
Me.
Go ahead. I see. So the coloring is the exact opposite. So you have the puppy as red. Go ahead. Show me your risk. Make your risk visible to me. Move the chart. Let me see the risk.
Damn. Oh.
Just enter this. Okay. Go ahead to the left. I don't see it. Scroll to the left. Which one is your risk? Which one did you add?
I add this too.
Which one? Which one is yours?
This one.
No, I asked everyone to add their own specific unique risk. Which one is yours?
Oh, I didn't add it.
Okay, go ahead, add it. One of them should be your risk, and I'll look at it. Also, take a look at the coloring again. Just maybe 2 more minutes of work and you'll be done. I'll look at that one.
Okay, thanks.
Who is next?
Everyone,
go ahead.
Go ahead. You can go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I got skipped over. The only thing I couldn't figure out how to do was the naming the points.
And you've done it. If this is a file you're sharing, you've done the naming.
The part where we have the words over the data dots on the map.
Oh, this is okay. I see.
Yeah, the first time you explained it, I was trying to figure out the color, and then the second time you explained it, I was typing my name into the chat for order of the list, and by the time I looked up, you were halfway through it, so I didn't know how to start.
Greg, make sure you show me again. Yes, you have to show me. If I didn't say you're done, you have to show me again. All right, so let's look. Where are you? Is it the desktop version of Excel?
Yeah.
Can you zoom in a little bit? This is too tiny for me.
Oh boy. I think it's because my screen is an ultra wide, so it's like showing you a weird.
Okay, now it's better. It's getting better.
Okay.
Resource purchasing, suppliers increase prices. Now, a good example. So this is the desktop version or web version?
Desktop.
So then right click. Let's see. Add data labels. Yep, and add data labels, and then right click again. See if we see data label options. Do you see format something? Format data labels. format data labels just below that one. And to see value from cells at the top,
Yeah.
and then pick the categories or risk. It's your choice. Enter here, uncheck Y, uncheck Y. Yes. So that's good. I think it's good. So Eddie B is done. Who's next?
I'll go.
Go ahead. So the coloring is a very interesting coloring. But let's look at it. The sensitive personal data from users are stored. Have a method for storage. Good. So look at your coloring. The red should be the top right. Direction. Go change that in direction. Change that in direction. Not there. Not there.
This
There.
one?
No, just up there. There is an option above this one.
Oh.
The direction below this one.
Oh, direction. Okay.
Yeah. And then pick that second one from the left.
This one?
Okay, yep. And then pick your color marker, put one to the left. Yeah, just drag it to the left, all the way to the left. One in the middle. And why do I have, oh, I see, you've done two. You've done one for, let me see, you've done one for the chart, one for the, let me just see why is this so confusing. So you have the data labels, only the coloring is a little bit off. And I think you have one coloring for this, which is, no, you don't have one. You don't have the coloring for this. Yeah, it says no fill. And this, you just need it for one. And this is the green for kitten, red for tiger, and it goes diagonally in terms of priority. So I just removed the coloring from the middle one. Let's, because some of the students, they showed X's and Y's. For you, because you don't have X, just don't show any of them.
Okay.
This is good. Done.
Thank you.
Welcome. Who is next?
I'll go. Or, never mind.
Go ahead. Nice. Okay. Budget, production spend more than allocated. And you have the labels, you have the titles, you show the color coding. Perfect. You're done. Who's next?
Can I show mine again?
Go ahead.
I'll go after him.
Shane, did you just show yours?
No, this is
Who
mine.
showed? So
Justice just showed his.
who was before you?
Justice.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Why do I not see the right names on the top of the screen? Huh. People team is split to do economic due to economic hardship in case of split team. Interesting. You have it. Good. Done. So if you would please share your name, then you share the screen, because sometimes I see a name and then I realize I looked at somebody else's. Okay. You still don't have the access title. Go ahead, work on this. I don't see the probability and impact, Greg. Work on it. Spend the time that it deserves, okay? Who's next?
I am Joey Martin.
Go ahead, Joey. It's taking a second. So you have the access title. I don't like to see probability or impact only. If you show both of them, okay, but I don't like to see one. Can you remove that?
Which one are you?
You know, from the label, let me take control. See, in the label, did you give me control? Because there's only one number and this is probability only. So don't, unless you do X and Y, don't do just X. Oh, I don't see the, let me see. I don't see your options. Let's see. Can you remove these numbers, or let me see if I can actually do that. I don't see your options on the right. Can
Okay,
I?
so just remove the numbers and that's it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. It doesn't show up. So who is next?
Max Lizer.
Go ahead, Max. Okay, hacked customer.
I have to fix this.
Keep information encrypted. Good. Max L, you're done.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Who's next?
Nick Chakosky.
Nick C, go ahead.
Yep. Can you see it?
Yes, finance is already assumed higher funds during project. They are right the budget to be lower than funds. Okay, good. This is good. Done, Nick C.
Okay.
Who's next?
Virgil Gears.
Go ahead. Yeah, color code, procurement, vendor changes. Which one is your risk? Complexity?
Yeah, that one.
Misuse of technology from misunderstanding. That's very vague. Check overall misuses and mark each misuse to be corrected. What can you explain that? What do you mean by misuse?
Like if someone used something but they didn't really understand it at the time and they kind of just messed it up.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
can word it better.
yeah, you could probably describe it better. Looks good. Done.
Okay.
Who's next?
Caitlin Rader.
Who?
Caitlin Rader.
Oh, Caitlin, I'm ready. Go ahead. Color coding security computers are hacked into backups level, make backups available. Good, done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who's next?
I'll go ahead, Zach Hunt.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Zach.
wait, someone else is sharing.
Robert S.
Sorry, I was supposed to go after Caitlin. I missed the first 15 minutes of class. This is supposed to be a formula, right?
Yep.
For all of these.
You're missing classes. Is everything okay? I have note of you missing other classes.
No, I haven't missed any other classes. I was just 15 minutes late to this class.
Oh, all of them, all of the classes you're late?
No, just today.
Maybe I had you mistaken with someone else. So let's see. Internet complete loss of connection that leads to loss of data. Interesting. You're done.
Okay.
Who's next?
Trent Nolan.
Go ahead. Impact. Location project will be implemented at more sites. Change management and plans to develop that will take extra location into consideration for each independent needs. Looks good. Done. Who's next? Zach, you were going to share. I don't know if it was your turn. Something happened.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Let me share real quick.
And then I think there is a line. I trust that everybody is following that. So here, what did I ask you to do? Or no, this is the first time I'm looking at it. Vulnerability data breach.
Yeah,
All
this
right,
is
looks
what I
good.
did.
Looks good.
Okay.
Who's next?
Can I show you mine? I kind of need help still.
Yes, you can show me yours.
I don't know if you see it.
let's see. So what's the question? What,
If
what
the names on it.
oh, the names, are you on the desktop version? So
don't.
yes, click on that plus sign.
Mhm.
Data labels, more. I click on that, more options. And go ahead, click on text options up there, up there. Go back to label options. Value from cells, up there, and pick the categories. Select them with your mouse. Categories.
Where?
On the left, you don't have categories. Before risk, there should be categories.
I should.
Scroll to the left. Yes, yes. Go ahead. Uncheck Y, uncheck Y. There on the options, on the, yes, uncheck, go down, uncheck Y. Do you see the labels?
I don't see them.
Go ahead, value from cells again. Select the right range. Yeah, select that range. Why do I not see that then? What's happening?
I don't know.
Are they showing up in colors that are invisible? Automatic, let's just pick automatic for color. I don't know. No, just change.
Should I redo the whole graph?
No. Let's undo a few steps. Just Control Z. Control Z. Maybe they're written in white. Select your whole chart, and let's see. I'm thinking that maybe for some reason the font is invisible. So let's see. Home. Where is the color for the font? Is this? See, it was a coloring issue. And text, was it Y? So I don't like to see the same thing here on Y values. You need access titles. You don't have access titles, add them.
Okay.
Access titles and name the access, okay? It should say probability and impact. Who's next? Quinlan, go ahead, show yours.
I'm still like, so I've been having a lot of trouble finding the dot labels and stuff. Right now I forgot to add the access title, so I'm just putting those on really quick.
Okay, I'll let you do that. Who is ready? Greg, are you ready? Hang Xing, are you ready?
I still cannot figure out the color, but I get the example out.
Probability impact.
This is not mine. This is Gregor's.
Oh. Greg, show me the workplace. Okay, this is done. Greg, you're done.
Okay.
Go ahead, show me, Hangjin. What is the, okay. So see the direction, go change the direction. That's the only thing you have to change right now. So click on direction. No, there on the format chart area, right. Go to the right, see type and direction. Yes, change that one to the second from left. Yeah, second from left. Yes, that one. Why is it not showing? Are you actually changing to second from left? Because this is not, give me control. This is not showing. Let's see, fill options. Right now, preset. No, don't preset. What if I change? Yeah, this is better. For some reason, this one. Yeah, red is the top, and you don't have the labels yet. What happened with the labels? What happened to the labels, Hangqing?
I selected, but it said it's invalid. I don't know why.
Okay. Oh, go ahead, share again. Sorry, I unshared. Go ahead, share again. Right click, format data labels. Value, okay, yes, select range. Select the categories.
Here, select this.
No, categories. Categories, column A, column A, column A, category, row 3 to row 8. Yes, yes, yep, okay, yep, and uncheck Y value. Uncheck Y value. Perfect, done.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. You're done.
Can I show mine again?
Yes.
Shit.
Okay, you have the labels. You have the labels. You have the access title. What is the last risk? Read it for me.
Budget over the appropriate amount to buy supplies, and then the mitigation or response is buy less or cheap.
Good. Done.
Thank you.
Mason, are you done?
Yes.
Go ahead, share.
I just shared.
It was you that
Yeah,
shared?
okay. That did
Oh,
the
okay. Then Queenland, you share.
All right. So I got the axis names, and I've got the category names there, but it's on the wrong column, and I don't know how to change it.
Category names? What category names?
For the data points.
What happens when you select value?
Value?
Yeah,
Where?
there is their value under category name.
That's the thing, I don't even see like an option for it. There's
No,
just,
there's value just below that. What's the value?
oh, that's the actual number of, like, I think the x-axis.
Yeah, X and Y. 2 and 5. Let's see 2 and 5. Leave both of them. Leave both of them. This is Excel on the cloud. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think we can leave with just X and Y.
All right.
But just remove that series 1. What is series 1? That label.
Oh, that's just what it's there. That should get rid of it.
You just change select and delete it, I think. Oh, or you just rename it risk map. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And then that series 1, just select and see if we can delete it.
I can't.
Huh. Was it something that we just added? Oh, that's series 1. I see. Here, there to the right on their chart properties. Yeah. Here, just make it blank.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, here it is.
Yeah. Okay. I think so. Okay, you're good. I think this is as much as you could do using the web or the cloud-based.
Oh, alrighty. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Doctor,
Yes.
I also have to show my lab 1, and I don't have time Tuesdays and Thursdays because I'm at work.
Uh-huh.
Can't come into office hours, and I wanted to know if I could possibly show you my lab 1 now.
Yeah, you can.
Get a grade for it. Thank you.
Sure. Go ahead. Share your lab 1.
Okay, I'm opening it. Do you see this?
Yes. So, can you zoom in a little bit?
Yes.
So right now, I don't see that last one. Or not last one.
Oh, my IT pool just. Which last one?
Row number 9. Look at it. Row number 9.
Number 9.
Double click on row number 9. That's not row number 9. That's row 13.
I know. It's my screen is just looking weird.
Okay.
This one?
Yeah, that one is not connected to any other task.
Oh. I don't remember what the numbers were.
Go ahead. Depending, say project charter depends on row number 7.
7. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. And right now, the one after it, planning is done. Say it depends on the one before it. So it depends on row number 9.
9.
Okay. Can you add a task under row number 9?
Add a task.
Mm-hmm. Can you insert a task?
What do you mean by that?
I want to add a task under project charter.
So make a new row?
Exactly.
Wait, what? It's not making a new row.
How do you make a new row?
I don't know. What is the task? What would it be called?
I will call it, and I would call it project charter, create a risk map. Under task, under project charter, add an activity called create a risk map. Add a new activity. Don't delete the other one.
What was this one called again?
Project planning done.
I can't add a new row. It's not letting me.
Why?
I don't know. Every time I try to do it.
What does it say?
It doesn't say anything.
Is it on your device?
Yes.
Do you have the key, product key? Can you edit the file? Yeah, you were able to edit.
Yeah, I'm being able to edit, but it just won't create a new row.
Do you want to go watch my video and do this demo again?
Okay, yeah.
I can do that on Monday. Again, after your class or on Fridays, what times do you have?
Mondays only available in the mornings before 12 o'clock, and Fridays before 12 o'clock.
Mondays and Fridays before 12 o'clock. So if you figure out how to do these things, you can do the demo. You have submitted a file, yes?
Yeah.
So as long as you're able to show me you can do the work, sometimes before next week ends, you should be able to get the credit, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck.